Hello and welcome to Fire Emblem Heart of Hazul by Zemosa. It's a Fire Emblem 5 ROM hack. I'm Zetetic and I'm playing this for FEE3 2021. With me, I have two guests. I have with me Zemosa, the ROM hack creator.
Hello.
And Enz.
Hello. I am just a random bystander that came here because apparently I was needed.
You'll be a big help. So, Zemosa, do you want to talk a little bit about the ROM hack before we get started?
Well, Zedetic, this hack follows the story of Ares, who is the...
Black Knight?
Ares the Black Knight. Yeah, I guess I could. I don't know, I'm just so indecisive. Basically, Ares, Ares, the Black Knight, wields the demon sword Mistletoe in the second generation of FE4. He's supposed to be part of the trio of Seliph and Leaf, right? He's the only one we don't really get to see expanded upon as far as his struggles and what he went through. So this hack is basically a fan fiction interpretation, sort of sequel game, as
That makes sense. Let's get started with Chapter 1.
Yeah, let's see how are you dealing with mechanics part.
Deja vu.
So, shall I read in my perfect English?
Yeah, sure, if you want, man.
Sure, go ahead.
Judging by that smirk of yours, I take it your men were successful in seizing control of the West Wing.
I'll do this guy.
Okay.
Without much trouble, Your Highness. Heldzock's inside holding it down as we speak, as much as that big old armor of his can let him anyways. Shouldn't be too long before our flags are raised.
Have them raised before the sunset, with the absence of the Begin Ritter or any potential do-gooders from Sharpie. This time around, the rest of the castle should fall to us with his.
You all heard the king, fellas. Make sure any puny bowman you come across won't live to see the fall of your axe. And for Naga's sake, if any of the women here are touched, you'll have my blade to answer to. Is that clear enough a second time?
It pleases me to hear that my requests are being enforced with such diligence. Tiburon, I am leaving it up to you to defend the palace from any onlookers who could muddy our history. The mistakes of the past will be reconciled on this day.
I hear you loud and clear, Your Highness, but what about you? You ain't staying for this party?
Unfortunately, I must head back to Genoa, literally an Italian city, to catch up with a this dude actually, oh my god, this dude is actually Italian. To catch up with a family reunion. See to it that Jungville's throne is washed clean of the stench of cowards before my return. These people really hate both users.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Father, if you're watching me, your fall will have not been in vain. Verdane will strike fear into the Empire's heart once again.
Oh, the goons spawn in? I'll be Ares.
Is that a sage? Are you throwing a sage at the enemy on the first chapter?
That's a bard.
Alright. Bards are very dapper.
Yeah, I don't think you fight when in Valve. Anyways, Zedetic, do you want to take over Jabaro?
Sure.
Alright. It's not every day that we take a job from the Empire, is it? Who was our lucky benefactor this time?
His name was something like Scorpio, if I recall. Supposedly the Duke of Jungbi here. I'll admit, I ain't particularly fond of the snooty noble types, but the coins ends up talking louder.
I'm afraid the coins will have much to say once they end up in the hands of these bandits here. We'll have to do something about this, won't we?
From the looks of those banners, I'd say it's Verdane's pitiful attempt to try and stay relevant.
Verdane? You mean the barbaric nation to the west? By now, I'm sure I've heard all the tales about their failed attempt at conquering Granville 15 years ago. Who knew the fools would try to repeat the same assault again against an empire mightier 12-fold?
Beats me as to why they're so desperate to fertilize the fields, but the way I see it, they're doing us a favor. Shouldn't be too hard for you to guess why.
I understand now. Our employer is the head of Youngby. If we personally prevent his dukedom from getting burnt to the ground, there's no telling how much a noble like him could compensate us for. We could even get paid triple the amount we took the job for.
Attaboy, looks like you were paying attention in all those meetings after all. Make sure you repay these kind folks with a one-way trip to hell in my stead, right?
Wait, in your stead? Are you saying that you won't be fighting here?
I won't, no, but you will, Ares. There's a few new recruits over at Chalfie that need to be briefed, and I can't just leave them hanging.
But Jabaro, I've never fought on my own before. Do you really think I can...
Relax, kiddo. It ain't like I'm sending you all alone. Hey, boys. I can't believe this. What?
Oh,
You want to take him?
sure, I'll take him. I can't believe this. Why me?
This isn't exactly what I had in mind for elite training either, T. This man looks like he whines.
Hey guys! Wait for me! All Archer tagging along.
So, let me get this straight. Are these all beautiful people the ones we mercilessly slaughtered in Chapter 6 in Family Forward?
What about enemies in Chapter 6?
You know, the desert when you recruit Ares and you kill Jabaro and all of his mercenaries.
Oh yeah, they're figuratively there in Chapter 7. At the end, which is gonna take place at the end of this act.
So, what are we? Some kind of suicide squad?
Just mercenaries. Specifically, renowned mercenaries that are known for taking any job and not asking questions.
Makes sense.
Who will die one day, just like us?
Probably.
Most likely.
This here is Riva, Tyler, and Lipton. Oh, and Bologna's here too. I'm sure you two have met before around the barracks somewhere. A pleasure meeting you once more, young lion.
That bright armor of yours surely won't be distracting.
She's from my elite squad, so don't be afraid to let her show you the ropes. Wench knows about everything in the world almost, but getting her to shut the hell up about it is the trick.
Navarro, I still don't...
Before I forget, if you find Klepper, drag him along with ya. Bet the sleazy bastard ran off around here to fill his pockets. Either way, I'm counting on you here, Ares. Don't let me down.
The J-Gun is a general.
Oh my, not a cloud in the sky and you're already trembling like a soaked kitten. You're free to hide behind my shield if you'd like.
Don't coddle me. I'm here to do a mission and I can fight well enough by myself.
Let's hope you keep that confidence here on the battlefield, then.
Oh boy, here we go.
And yes.
We get started.
So, Zem, how are you reconciliating the fact that, only weapons give a plus 20 Destroyer Award to the user, to the actual Thracia engine where 9 strength is endgame worthy?
They're going to be implemented exactly how they are in FE4. They're just way later on to the game, so it doesn't break it in half.
Wait, so Ares doesn't have the mistletoe?
Not at the moment, no. He will obtain it throughout the events of the game.
Okay, this is already not canon to the Kaga lore, so
It's not. Well, yes, it's not canon, but it's supposed to be interpreted as it's a world where
I
you
am
can
deeply,
potentially view it as canon if you really want to.
I am deeply disappointed that you are going against the teachings of Kaga.
With the teachings of the Holy Grail, Kalga.
Indeed. So,
Not
yes,
Cavalord.
Cavalor,
Yes, do you have any questions about any of the units or their weapons?
Rapier.
Looks pretty straightforward so far. I see a lot of different units with a lot of varied
The bolt
skills.
sword is giving only +3 skill.
It's 5. He has base
It's 5.
3 skill.
Yeah,
Yes.
base 3.
I cannot see. That is a problem.
It increases skill by 5 there.
I'm sorry, Cavalord.
Yeah, Cavalord.
Cavalord. Yeah. He's a lord and he appears as a cavalier in Gen 2, so I had to mix it.
I'll be frank with you. You need to change that name.
What's
You
wrong
can-
with it?
Cavalord is not okay. You can just be a
It fits.
cavalier like any normal person.
I'm so offended. Anyways, do you have any
No.
other questions about the new PRFs?
Uh,
well, there's
I,
only really one new PRF.
I
the
s- I saw
Magnum.
this one. Looks pretty fun.
Imagine if we made Vuj, but just effective against dragons.
Yeah, I mean, it seems useful. Probably not on this first map, but certainly a high critical rate will come in handy in 1-2 range. I see some houses. I'm just looking at the enemies here. This one
Do you
sticks
want any
out.
advice on who to send to those houses, or do you just want to play blindly?
Yeah, I think sending people to houses would be nice.
Do you want any advice on who particularly to send?
Oh yeah, that sounds reasonable, I think.
Yeah. So send Tyler over to that house right there.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, I may as well start with that.
I'll take him.
Okay.
Francine, are you all right? Have they hurt you?
No, the rumors were true after all. You really did join the Moirai mercenaries.
Yeah. What about it?
Can't believe you found yet another worthless ambition to waste your life on now. I guess I should have expected a Tomer traitor like you to.
Franny, there are foreign invaders right outside of your house waiting to pillage everything you've got. Don't you think you ought to be Don't you think you ought to be more worried about yourself right now?
Of course you try to make this about you. I bet you're about to tell me this is your way of following your old cousin Alex.
Huh.
Footsteps, huh?
Don't bring him into this. Joining the toughest gang of mercs there is was the only way I could ever learn to match his skill, and we both know that.
Yes, Alex's skill. Truly the pick. Whatever. Here. I know this is really what you came to save anyways.
Oh, Lotus Star. Oh, I've missed that gleam of yours.
How does a sword like that do you any good anyways? It's like the entire blade is made out of glass or something.
Some things are best left unexplained, Fanny. I'll make sure to cut down any mouth breathers who could threaten you, okay?
I hope those new baddies of yours don't get the same ideas. This woman clearly wants to speak with the CEO of the bandits.
The CEO of the... Excuse me, can I speak to the CEO of Verdun?
Let's check that out. Lodestar. Reduces target's HP
yes.
to 1 and can cast Rescue. That
We-
sounds like a lot of fun to use.
What does that mean? It means
Naughty
that
what?
one bonk and they go to 1 HP, or that
Yep.
it can't kill?
Yeah, well, both actually. Yeah, it can't kill, but, yeah. If it makes contact, their HP is going to 1, regardless.
That sounds like Kaga on a very bad trip.
Oh, dude, I am channeling the spirit of Holy Kaga within this hack, man. You don't even know. Especially with what I have planned. Also, if you haven't noticed, the stat caps have been raised to 30 instead of 20 like in vanilla.
That's handy.
If you look at Bologna, yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, I can tell from here, yeah. No, that's really good. I guess we should probably get rid of this guy, though, first, before we press on in this direction.
Also, another note on Bologna. Renewal,
yeah?
I think you passed over it. Renewal's been buffed. It was buffed so much that it broke its text, actually. It used to be 5 to 10% in vanilla, and it was only on one character, being the final boss. So it wasn't used at all. So we decided, hey, let's slap it on some player units and actually, give it some purpose.
Yeah, that makes sense. It looks good. I mean, 20% on 34 HP is pretty chunky. She does have Miracle Plus, so
she does.
her HP isn't too relevant. At least not for this
the
this
part
chapter.
that nullifies all status damage is interesting.
And we got Ares, who has a cost. Yeah, a cost. So,
For now, yes, he has a cost.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we should probably get rid of this guy before he becomes a problem. Although it's kind of tempting to just capture him for his hand axe. I guess we'll see if Lipton.
I mean, Thracia and Axis are almost as inaccurate.
Oh yeah, by
as
the way.
The Devil
So if you haven't already noticed, press B. Or go back. Select Lipton again.
Yeah.
Select Iron Bow. Notice anything different?
Yeah, range.
Ah, it's got 2/3 range.
Oh.
That's
We're
handy.
channeling the spirit of Project FE5 Ember now. Short bow stays to
Yeah.
range, but it gets a massive crit boost.
That's really useful.
So
And-
yeah, I took inspiration from the FE1's bowgun, I believe, which
Uh-huh.
was onboarded.
And with an FCM of 4, he's gonna
My
probably
red tiles, no!
probably gonna kill this guy from.
You don't
Wow.
double, though.
Yeah, no doubling. It would have to be with the short bow, if anything.
The red tiles will be something that's ironed out in the future, but it's Thracia. Can't
I
be
guess-
Thracia without something breaking.
Yeah.
What 2 to 3 brains bows does to a motherfucker. Also, one other note that I should mention now, the weapon triangle advantage plus disadvantage has been raised from 5% to 12%.
Why 12?
As you can see. Because
Hmm.
12 is actually a pretty prominent number in the Yggdrasil saga. 12
Wow.
Crusaders, the Staff of 12, which... fucking palette.
I'm sorry, that does not look like pink armor. That looks like a
Hey, look,
Slanesh.
Ares
That
did.
look-
Ares
Yeah.
did say her armor was distracting.
No,
Yeah.
that looks like a Slanesh chosen who has high balls on her armor and drinks blood.
That's really bright armor. I mean,
It's yes. 12 is a pretty prominent number in the Yggdrasil saga, so I thought it would fit. Plus, I did want to raise the amount anyways,
that makes sense.
just to fit with more formatting the gameplay here.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Ares is fast. Oh, he also stole Sigurd's shield. What's up with that?
It is odd.
You
Ah.
he also has a personal shield in Fire Emblem 4, I think.
Yeah, he has a personal paladin, and it's pretty sick. His paladin FE4 is great.
Oh, Zem, that's actually something I wanted to ask you eventually, ever since I saw you messing around with the Thracia engine. How do you feel about the fact that you are basically pioneering the Thracia hacking and everything you are going to do not only is pretty hard because almost nobody ever did it, but it will also help immensely every other hacker that eventually will come after you.
Honestly, I never really thought about it like that before. I've had a lot of help, and I'm going to continue to help with this because I mean it's a pretty grand ambition. I don't even think it's fitting to call myself the hack creator in a sense because I feel like this hack is and is going to continue to be the production or the result of multiple people's efforts in helping me here.
Yes, I've seen that, and that's actually one thing that I want to make you notice, maybe. Like how Amber jumped immediately on the project and everything. There was a lot of interest in this idea. People seem really interested in having the possibility of hacking Thracia. So a lot of them are helping you. How come? What was exactly? What makes you think that? How much are people going to use your new tools and for hacking after you will be done?
Well,
Because
they're not exact. Well, it's not exactly I'm creating any new tools. It's just I'm more like with the ideas and ambitions I have planned for this. Like I'm more showing what you can do, or just pioneering. How
yes,
much
but
we can push this engine and like just do all
but
kinds of fun things with it.
I don't know if you were around for in the ancient times, early 2000s, but all three Game Boy Advance games had their own hacking scene because once they figured how hack well Fire Emblem 6, they moved on Fire Emblem 7 and it was completely different and they had to start over. Once they figured how to hack Fire Emblem 7, they moved over Fire Emblem 8 and again it was completely different and they had to figure everything all over again. You are doing this with Thracia. You are opening the floodgates for possibly Thracia themed hacks that we would have never gotten without this project.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's mostly Mia C's Ultimage and the rest of the FE hacking team that's really like figuring out how to mess with things in ASM and just like make things possible in this engine. I'm mostly the idea guy. Like, hey, like, what if we were able to do this and
Yes.
switch the code around to maybe get this to work?
And
Something like creating a 1 and 2 range sword that adds the opponent's level to the attack value. Like that's something I really want. That's something I want to actually do in this, by the way.
because I can see that the community really wants this. I remember when you were starting on this hack and you were alone. Then I watched away, and 1 month later, Mia, Ember, various other hackers were all jumping to the possibility of helping you. So this is both a bit of a love letter to Thracia, but also there is the feeling that people want. Sorry, there is the feeling that people really want this, and you had the right idea.
I'm really glad you said that. That's exactly my sentiments about the hack. I really feel like I want it to be this love letter to not only Thracia, but just the usual community in general, since it's my favorite set of games in the series. And that's why I want to make this thing the best it can be. Not only in terms of gameplay, but like in terms of story and writing. I want to give usual fans like a bit of another side of this world.
Yes, because when you start hacking for a new Fire Emblem game, and in a certain sense, other hackers literally jump on your hype train and come to help you, just because they want to help you. it says things about the game and the love they have for it.
Yeah, Thracia is the hidden gem, and yeah, that guy has a Fort still give 10 defense.
I see.
Yeah, Thracia is just a hidden gem of the series. It's one of those games that like even if you don't like, there's some people who outright hate Thracia, but like
Mhm.
even people who focus on other games, they have a modicum of respect for Thracia.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The gameplay is like even if you think the gameplay is BS, like a lot of people, like it's fun. It's very fun and intuitive, and it forces you to think outside of the box, and that's what I really love about it. And that's sort of the gameplay style I still want to enforce in my hack, while also implementing like different things from modern FE games. Like, surprise, surprise, this hack actually has DSFE avoid.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you noticed that.
Yes.
Oh, do you want to read?
Do I do the granny?
Yes, do it, please.
Yes, I must do the Italians. Stop! That's my granddaughter's term. Please summon. That's not an Italian accent. Please summon. Stop that thief.
I'll take him on. Sorry, sweetheart, but I think this cool book of yours fits better in my pouch than on your shelf collecting a bunch of dust. I'll make sure I do some good with it. Whoa, funny running into you guys here. I take it the J-Man needs me for a little shindig, huh? What the hell? A shot at Luton Youngby sure beats stealing from old hags. I'm in. Alright, meet Klepper. This guy is
That's why. Oh.
Gameplay wise, he's just lit this. Nothing. He stole the wind tome. He's just lit this in bases and growths.
It's wine as good as it is in the base game.
Oh yeah, by the way, that portrait of his, that's a BSFE. That's a BSFE boss.
Yeah, that's been a long time since I played it, but it looks kind of familiar.
It was in the thief map, with Ricardo.
Yeah.
Julian.
Oh my god. I love that map because Castor reveals his evil side that is a con man and he just goes around conning people for money. It's beautiful.
Oh, no. I don't remember that specifically, but I might have to replay that. Did you mention that? Also, if you want to take a look at Lipton, he also speaking of BSFE Castor, his portrait actually uses that as a base. You can tell by the quiver.
That makes sense. Now that you mention that, it's very, very charming so far. I'm liking this. I'm liking the new characters and just seeing how they talk with each other. It's nice.
Like, there's just a lot of like charm and ideas that I'm putting into this. So there's a lot of gimmicks. So if you look at the names of the characters in this hack, there's a certain trend that you might pick up on.
Well,
if you played FE4 for a large amount of time, you might pick up on this. If you want to hover over everyone's name, besides Ares and Bologna.
Well, kleptomaniac, stealing, etc. But
yeah,
Bologna...
well, I didn't name that for that reason. That just kind of fit.
Oh, okay. Riva, Tyler, Bologna.
Lipton. Check the boss, dude.
Lipton.
He fits into it.
Could be wrong. Oh.
Have you guessed it yet?
I'm trying to think, but are they boss names in FE4?
Not boss names specifically, but they appear in a mechanic that's used regularly in the game. There's your hint.
No, please, don't tell me those are the children's name.
No, they're not.
Oh my god.
They're enemies fought in a regularly used mechanic in FE4.
Oh, the arena.
Yeah.
The arena enemies.
The names of all characters in the arena.
Wait, there is one dude in the arena that's named Lipton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what chapter, but Tiburon's kind of early on, isn't he?
Yeah, Tiburon is the one.
Tiburon's I think he's in the chapter 1 arena.
Mhm.
Correct? But yeah, not all characters, but a lot of the characters are gonna be use the arena names, which I just thought was a neat touch because then you could be like, oh, I remember fighting this guy in FE4, and
That's
then when you
cool.
play
Yeah.
this,
I
Yeah.
then when
remember
you go back,
how
ahead.
Tiburon was a stopgap for Halleck and Oj because they just can't kill him.
oh
It's
yeah,
a nice-
the reinforcements game.
It's a nice little touch. I like that.
Yes, it's very charming.
You'll be fine. Right?
So-
Actually,
Considering you are doing this arena team, did you actually avoid putting any name of arena enemies that come after chapter 6?
Oh no, they're from the arena enemies are just from all over the game. I did avoid putting ones that were like obvious reference to like other characters in the series, like the Arcadia names, like Nazar or Keshin. Oh boy, more Ares combat. Oh god, that hurt.
a little bit, but luckily we've
Who's
captured a couple
that,
vulnerabilities.
Roy?
Bologna just kind of steamrolls. The female General Jagan is just. I don't think it's ever actually been done. Not in official games or any ROM-hacks even, I don't think.
I can't think of a ROM-hack that has one. I guess we can just try our luck with the Vooge here.
Yeah, he doubles.
Yeah, why not?
You're only doing
Oh.
4 damage if you don't crit, but he's likely to. He doesn't have as much.
If you think we're the same bunch of meatheads as before, you should be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, this is Verdane 15 years later doing the same thing,
Yeah.
attacking Youngbei. Oh boy,
How
that
much
sure
defense
worked.
does this mana?
The throne gives him 10 defense.
Yeah,
I-
I think Aras might be the best choice with the magical sword.
Probably, yeah. You don't have two
Wait,
range.
check
do you?
if the boss doesn't have some way to
He has 14 defense. He has an Iron Blade.
Okay.
Should
Yeah,
be
he's
good.
just there to be murdered by Aras.
Yeah, not bad. Get a hit in.
Yeah, not bad. Then you can finish him off with somebody else.
Nice. What I should have done is use Tyler's special weapon.
Well, I mean, that won't kill him, but you might as well just
Darn. We can use Bologna.
Ah, yes. Weaken the
I don't think it's
enemies
enough.
with your little guys and then feed the XP to your Jagan. No.
Oh, are you gonna capture him? Or?
I kind of tempted to try.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a cool release quote.
We can manage it if we hit this.
You only do 1 damage.
That's all we need. I think. Yeah. All right, let's try it.
Be a little careful because that you know, everyone's kind of at lowish health.
That is true. Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
We got
I thought it was
this.
gonna crit. I thought it was gonna crit for a second. The animation kind of lifted me.
Shouldn't you capture with Bellona?
That's what he's doing. He was weakening him down. No, I don't want to go into the Salmon armor.
Their eyes and they are staring at your soul.
Using IGN strats.
Let's hope that guy doesn't actually kill Ares. Oh, never mind.
We're good, yeah.
Forest.
Forests are fun. We can actually we'll just release that next turn. We'll see that.
Yeah.
Then we'll capture. This is closed, right? Yeah. Okay,
So, yeah,
good.
this is closed.
Alright. Let's release.
I'm
So-
sorry, Your Highness. It's happening all over again. And there wasn't a damn thing I could have done. My
Yeah.
accents are not coherent, but
She gets another turn anyways.
Yeah.
Might as well check out that pallet one more time.
And just attack a hammer without looking, but you know, that's fine. Also all that emblem.
It's not like I could really do anything to her anyways. Alright. Seize time. I'll take Ares.
Go for it.
I think we made it past the gate.
I'll say, you weren't half bad out there, Ares, considering this is your first mission without the big boss.
on the contrary, I wasn't impressed. I've seen Javaro wipe the floor with low lives like that without the effort and time. If anything, Aras was only slowing us down.
Riva, cut the kid some slack.
Come on, Bill. You don't have to baby the teacher's pet. I'm sure he gets enough doting from his father as it is. He's probably at parentheses.
By the way, fun fact, the lore behind Ares being a mercenary is legitimately that during chapter 4 and 5, Sigurd loses sight of 5 years old Ares, and Ares just runs away. Like,
What?
Sigurd-
When is that? Where is that confirmed?
Is that from the manga or something?
no, it's
That
not
sounds
from
like it
the
would be.
manga. It's not from the manga. It's actually in the game itself. In chapter 5, Sigurd laments that he has no idea where little Ares is.
Oh.
Because he lost him. Sigurd lost a 5 years old.
Whoops.
I might have to scour the whole chapter again. This might change some shit. This might change some things. Anyways,
Yeah.
you want to read Ares this time? Because I have time.
Alright. Tyler, was it?
Don't you just hate when you lose a 5 years old?
Yeah, it's pretty inconvenient. Tyler, was it? Rich words coming from a chalfy chump who couldn't even hold up a sword to defend his homeland.
Oh, shots fired.
Well, I'll just assume that was meant to be hilarious, and that my fist slamming into your head will be the punchline, right? Get it? Because it's a punchline.
Tyler,
Ta-
are you trying to end up found floating in a river or somewhere?
Don't tell me you're actually scared of this kid, Riva. He's
Ares isn't a threat, but you know who is.
well. I ain't. Never mind. Let's just head inside already.
I'm sorry about all that, Ares, but we should really follow suit and hurry as well. Javaro probably neglected to tell you so you'd keep a cool head, but 2 of our trainees rushed inside the castle beforehand to fight off Verdane. If they're not already...
No need for more. I'll meet you at the West Wing. And that's all she wrote.
Very nice.
So, Zemosa, how do you plan to have the story go on?
I don't want to spoil too much in the presentation video, but essentially what's already stated in this chapter, or established really, is that Jabaro is trying to make Ares become way more dependent, and by extension way more stronger.
That worked really well for him.
For various reasons. In FE4, FE4 is only really implied that he didn't have any paternal connection with Ares and only used him for his holy blood. That's still the same case in this hack, but I mean, I still want him to actually I still want to expand they're dynamic more.
Yeah,
So
sounds like
Ares
fun.
being naive about it, and then it will come the shock that Javarro always cared about him because of the mistletoe.
Yeah.
Hmm. And also, there's the elephant in the room. The fact that Lena and Harris knew each other beforehand, joining the army of Selef. How plan to handle their relationship if you are going to do that at all?
They'll meet before they fight Celeb's army, or they'll have interactions before that point in the story comes.
So you
I
went
don't
for
want to spoil it.
Lean instead of Leilea.
Yes, Lean, the Kanan option.
I am
Okay.
judging you so hard over this.
But Layla's a substitute.
Substitutes are real people too. Maybe.
Yes, that is right. But they don't have FE5 portrait versions that are free to use.
Well, this was really fun, and it gave me a lot to look forward to in the future. It seems like it'll be a very fun ROM hack to play and an interesting story to read too.
I think the most important part is that Zemosa, you are cracking open the Fire Emblem 5 engine, and everyone can come after you and do their thing with it. This is the first Fire Emblem 5 hack, in a certain sense.
Well, not no. This is by far not the first Fire Emblem hack. It's the
Yes.
first custom hack with new stories, new characters, new weapons.
Mhm.
Yes, this is the first hack where people actually understand how the data is working. It's not some kind of just
It's not just a reskin of
copy-pasta.
the original.
Yes, it's the first custom hack, and this will open the way to hopefully many more Fire Emblem 5 hacks.
I hope
You
so.
are
I look forward to giving people an entertaining experience. I look forward to giving usual fans a new story and new
you are
characters
going
to fall in love with, new gameplay.
you are going to be a father.
Oh God, I can't wait. Who's the mother?
I don't know. The
Oh,
mother
man.
probably is Fire Emblem 5 itself. It's a she.
Yeah,
Single
that
version.
would be.
Sure, we'll go with
If
that.
FE5
I mean,
if FE5 was tangible as like a real entity that I could touch, yeah, I would consider.
okay.
All right, this is getting way too morbid.
Well,
I think we should end
This
it off
went
now.
I
a
think
weird way.
I think
This
we have now run out of
definitely went a
time.
weird way.
Thank
Thank God we ran out of time.